Left-hand side, playing for Clan Rich. He is the green Terran player from Taiwan. It's NaXin. And his opponent in the top right. He is the red Zerg player. Playing for... currently teamless. It is also the Taiwanese Rex. So we'll keep an eye on NaXin here and see how he plays. It does look like he's going to be looking for a standard Reaper expand here. Nothing too cheeky. Although, no gas just yet. There we go. Now taking the gas. So it is, yep, standard Reaper expand here. Some like to get the gas a little bit earlier. But Rex is being naughty. Rex is going for that pool first opening. He's going to get a few lings. He's going to get those earlier queens and maybe use that to snowball into a great economy. He can also try and put some pressure on the natural. That's quite difficult without speed, I find, as the Reaper is able to kite quite effectively. And there goes down the hatchery. So, of course, this is by no means all in. It's just an aggressive opening with the pool. And even then, it's not really even that aggressive. It's very useful to have these queens early. It means the Reaper should not get anything done. All regions are played today. All except NA, I believe. So we do... So I started with OCE and ANZ. Now I'm doing Taiwan and Hong Kong. Then me and Creighton Olsen will do Europe. And then me and Creighton Olsen will do Latin America. So we're doing 4 regions today. So I started 5 hours ago. Yeah, 5 hours ago. And we'll be going for another 7. I would guess. First few links coming across, they are of course taking the long way so that the Reaper, as it comes through the middle, will not see them. Actually, okay, the SCV Scout is coming in, and that is going to determine that this was a pull. He sees that the hatchery isn't done, and the Reaper comes all the way diddly home, which is very, very nice. Upon not seeing the Reaper, it looks like Rex here isn't going to overly commit to the other side of the map. He's going to keep getting queens, because he's already producing a couple at a time. And I imagine he will take his third base relatively soon over here in this location. He's also scouting to make sure there is no proxy starport for any Hellion drops or anything like that, or very, very fast Liberator play. Creeps right beginning here for Rex, and everything is pretty normal here. Across at the Terran side, we are looking at what seems to be a 1-1-1 with Reactor Hellion soon to be swapped out of this factory. Starport will follow, yep, so a standard 1-1-1 opening here, no second early Rex or anything like that to get some pressure going. NaXin is going to play this as an honourable macro Terran, and we will see where that takes him. One link did come in just to try and get some information. Let's see how much Rex saw. Rex was able to see... Okay, so he saw that it was a standard 1-1-1. He knows he's playing against Reactor Hellion, so his queen production should continue. I like to see them go up to 5. He's currently getting his 4th queen. Third hatchery is down at around the 3-minute mark, so nothing particularly strange here. As you can see, NaXin's got a decent work account, Rex as well. Producing a lot of Rex. Wow, that's a Raven. Now, this is something that we saw a little bit about a year ago, but it's not as common these days. The Raven is a great harassing tool. The auto turrets do a huge amount of DPS to mineral lines specifically. Get him, SCV! Yeah, you the man. But it is very uncommon. This looks like Cloak Banshee, so you would expect to see spores go down at around the 4:45 to 5-minute mark, and Rex to be expecting Cloak Banshees to come out. He's getting his lair, so we will see the standard, you know, Overseers come in to try and defend this. Now, that isn't going to be the case, because it is going to be Raven into Liberator. Now, this is a very interesting build, and it wasn't seen. So the Overlord comes in at just the wrong time, by a hair misses out on this Raven coming across the map. I didn't cast this match earlier either, Creighton, so this is an interesting one. Guys, the bracket link is wrong, but if you go to Team Liquid, it will be there for you. On the right-hand side, it's the Hong Kong, Taiwan region. Now, look, like I said, as this auto turret comes in, it will shred through a couple of workers and force a lot of lost mining time, and there's nothing right now that the Spore can do to defend that. So a few workers go down. We also see the pressure in the front now. And I imagine, no, it is going to be Bio behind this. I thought seeing the Raven, we may see more mech-oriented play. But 3 workers go down, and the Raven retains utility. It's great for disengaging or forcing engagements with that anti-armor missile. I don't know if I trust that. Werther's original. Oh, I'd love a Werther's original. A little toffee. NW Wells, I do trust you. Thank you. The Taiwanese crowd have been lovely. You all are amazing. Liberator coming in right now. It's actually just killing an Overlord instead of sieging up and doing what Liberators do. Now he's going to see that option to do. This... You're not going to find much here. I didn't even know you could do this. That's really funny. We do have an overseer here just scouting out that the third is being taken. NaXin, maybe with a small mistake there. In terms of workers, Rex really up there. Spire is about to pop as well, and we will see a good chunk of Mutas coming out. He has enough money for 8 immediately, and I imagine if he has the larvae, that is exactly what we will see. There we go. 8 Mutas in the production, 8 Lings as well, just to really top things off and get that pressure going. But we have a push out here coming from NaXin, and it is a scary-looking push. He is going to lose some workers over here on the third, needs to evacuate them pretty quickly, and NaXin is going to commit to this push. The wall is up over here in the natural, so he loses a bunch of workers. Army supply still favours our Terran player. And he's also killing some Lings, and now he's really pushing out. There are no tanks. This is Hellbat, Raven, Widowmine. This is very unique. The Raven providing all of the vision, everything it needs. Anti-armor missile, maybe? No. It is going to be turrets, just to completely zone things out. The Hellbat's tanking so many of those Banelings, and now the Baneling count low. Look at these auto turrets. They're picking up kill after kill. Baneling's going to come forward, but there is no Baneling speed. No micro, though, from NaXin right there. NaXin trying to deal with the defense at the other side of the map, and he will do that. Now his push is going to be his main focus. He's going to kill a good few Queens. Baneling will not complete. Few Lings coming out. I think NaXin may have done it. Banelings maybe no, not able to get the connections. There's still a Hellbat in the front tanking. Use your Marines, my friend. Get into the mineral line. And that's exactly what NaXin's going to do. And now we'll see the economy start to get a little bit crucified here by NaXin. NaXin he's trying to save every individual unit and keep them fighting as long as possible. But Lings and Mutas have got in at the other side of the map, and there's very little defense. Finally, the Marines will come across. We do have a drop over here now in the natural as well. Widowmine is in position, but it looks like it may do more friendly fire than anything else, and that is the case. Nice load up here from NaXin, and he will retreat. Workers falling across the board. NaXin's still up in supply, and he's still staying in position with this drop. The Mutalists are still providing so much hassle. Look how many workers are starting to go down. In total this game, Rex has killed 28 workers. NaXin has managed to kill a good chunk himself, but now I think NaXin is going to be forced to retreat. And I think, Rex is going to be okay. Evo chamber goes down. That's very, very nice here. The Baneling gets the connections, and a lot of these Marines die. Meanwhile, the Mutas. How many Mutas died? 5. Okay, that's not bad. So NaXin doing a good job. He is 41 to 49 workers up in army supply. He has 1-1 massively ahead, and 2-2's already nearly halfway done. NaXin putting himself in a very strong position in this game. I can feel myself getting kind of excited for this guy because I don't know him. A Widowmine defecating our otherwise beautiful logo. Mutts continue to fire around, seeing if they can find any damage. I expect there to be missile turrets. Yep. In every base by now. One there, and yep. One in the main. One in the main is on its way. But there can be some very quick Widow Mines if needs be. The main is going to be jumped upon. There are Marines here, though. They will stim, and alongside the medevacs, it will be completely fine. There's one Marine's going on a mission right now to kill that low muter. Go on, target it, target it, target it. Oh, unlucky. We do see drops being loaded up. It is a 4-drop currently loaded up. Shout out to my boys who love a good 4-drop. here for NaXin. He is going to start moving out aggressively with that 4 in the medevac to fight down the medevacs. 10 banelings on the way. Creighton, yes, it was 2-1 for Sen, which was sick. Sen won 2 very aggressive games. 4 gets a big shot off on a couple of these Mutalisks, nothing too substantial. This Widowmine, unfortunately, unburrowed, otherwise could have made something happen there. A few Marines going to stand and fight, but the main action right now is going on up in this location. Marines are going to come in. It's all about whether these banelings can connect. This base is going to be evacuated. It doesn't look like right now Rex wants to take this fight, but that's more economy gone for him. That's more larvae production gone. The Mutalisks at the other side are annoying, but they're not game ending. Oh, that's a lot of banelings. The ramp is being attempted to be sieged here. It looks like the Mutalisks in the front tanking a lot of banelings. Marines finally do manage to get connected upon here by these banelings, but NaXin is currently at double the army supply of his opponent. He has the 4 in the front now. He has Marauders in the front. Banelings don't look like they're going to be able to connect. The Marines in the back standing behind this makeshift line. They're going to have to kite. They're going to have to target fire. They don't do an incredible job, but it's okay. And it looks like for now, Rex will push NaXin back. Look at all these Widowmines. Oh my god, push into this angle, please. If these Widowmines were a little bit further forward, I think we would have just seen a different fight. Maybe drop a mule, mate. Send an SCV. This 4 has 27 hit points. It has half the hit points of a Marine. This base will get cancelled once again. The cancel does come in time. And Rex currently taking this base down here in the right-hand side instead. It looks like NaXin's going to try and push up this ramp. There are no banelings here. Get on top of those cocoons. Banelings will finish just in time. The creep will be pushed back. There are so many Widowmines, though. We have a counterattack lined up here in the south. Is this a planetary? No, of course not. The bunker is empty, so it doesn't look like that base would be particularly safe. Fight continuing to go down over here. The spread seems to be pretty good. The Widowmine's getting some coverage here, and they're going to continue to burrow. The Widowmine's still doing okay. There's so much bio left. Here, Rex is actually down 34 to 83 army supply. He has nothing. Everything he has is across the map as well. Marines are going to stand here and fight with SCVs blocking. This Marine and Marauder is doing so much under the coverage of this block. NaXin playing out of his mind right now. He's pushing in. He just has so much. The Mutmut's coming back. There are some banelings. We're currently looking at 15, but it's really not that many. And with the 4 targeting them down, there's nothing left. Oh, thank you, Creighton. It looks like NaXin is going to pick up and go into the main now. The 4 as well. Big slow in that medevac. More and more army, though, coming out. Look at these reinforcements coming in. And look at the production here for our Zerg player. He's got 73 workers, but they're not really doing much, are they? 23. Look at all these. In terms of economy right now, NaXin is ahead, despite the fact that he has nearly half the worker count. And look at this push. He's moving in right now with the first few Marines. He's going to catch some Baneling cocoons. Very important that he kills some Banelings early. He's doing a great job of keeping Marauders and 4s in the front. Targeting down those Banelings. Incredible split right there for this Terran player. GG is called and NaXin takes game 1. What a start. What a game. NaXin, you monster. So the next map is going to be Everdream. I will get this lobby made. We're going to dream of an Ever. Create with mod. Game heart. Guys, what do you think of that game? I really enjoyed it. NaXin coming out as a surprise here. Rex is a very successful Taiwanese Zerg player. So to see the Terran do so well is very impressive to me. Let us invite to game. Currently I have a whisper. NaXin. Don't know what that's about. Rex. We are inviting to Everdream. I've been told that is map 2. Just wait for NaXin to join the lobby. We'll get going. Yeah, boy. I think NaXin maybe just taking a break. Just taking a moment. We are inviting him, guys. We'll be getting into it very, very, very shortly. Just seeing if NaXin is ready, and then we're going to get going. Go, go. Good luck, have fun. We're getting into game 2, guys. Between these two incredible Taiwanese players. Let us do it, as they say. As the kids say. In the bottom left-hand side, representing Clan Rush, he is the green Terran player from Taiwan, leading the series 1-0. The underdog, it's NaXin. And his opponent in the top right, one of the Taiwanese legends, he is the red Zerg player, currently teamless. It's Rex. So NaXin's mid-game specifically seemed extraordinarily strong to me. He defended well, took damage, but he managed to keep a lot of his army alive and really snowball that into a win. His control against Ling Bane was very good. So far it does look like we are having that early pull once again from Rex. It seems to be more of a stylistic choice. He goes pull, quick hatch, following it. Just to get out on the map. It doesn't seem to be for any damage. We're not going to see any gases taken immediately, very quickly, for a roach push or Bane speed, or Ling speed even. You just go pull hatch gas, and is happy with his gameplay. Reaper expand here once again from NaXin. He'll be feeling confident in this game. That was a very... You can feel it as a commentator, and I'm not sure how other commentators feel about this, but when someone plays well against expectations, you feel the energy that it generates. And when you capture that kind of magic as a player, if you can keep it rolling, you can be very difficult to beat. I know as a commentator, when I get that buzz, when I get that feeling in the stomach, that makes me want to stand up or bang the table. I perform better, and I believe it is the same as a player, you know. I imagine after that one there was a fist pump or something like that. Now, these players are very good at keeping their emotions in check, of course. They typically can reset after a game. It's a spine crawler. Okay, cancels it. I think he expected the Reaper to be there, and of course the Reaper has stayed home upon the SCV scout detecting that it was a later hatchery. Now Rex is very good at identifying where he's unlikely to find damage, and with the Reaper at home, that is the case. There is a Marine too. And now we will see Reactor Hellions once again. Last game we saw the Raven opening here from NaXin. I don't know if we'll see that again. It was slightly unique. Ooh. So the third being blocked here by this bunker, it's not going to last very long, and it ends up not being particularly useful in the grand scheme of things. It was nice if the Lings didn't come and scout it and it got a little bit further into its development, but nothing huge here. Guys, thank you so much for being here. It's nice to see my emote in this chat from you, Esl Pro. Thank you. A little grant hype. I did get a little hype for that one. So we are seeing Reactor Hellions once again, the starport coming in for this 1-1-1 opening. Across from our Zerg player, we're not seeing any lair or anything just yet. It is just drone, baby drone. Speedlings will be on the way too. Try and get some control of the map. How many lings are we looking at? Only 6 right now, and the drone count growing. 3 queens, everything very standard in terms of the TVZ. Now, we are seeing the Tech Lab once again here on the starport. Are we going to see the Raven? No, we're going to see Cloak Banshee this time, so he's going to mix it up. This is cute, you know. He fakes Cloak Banshee game 1, goes Raven. This game, he has a very similar looking setup, and he goes Banshees this time. Now, he doesn't want to get scouted. That's the main thing. This map is slightly more difficult to scout. There's no real dead space around the third, and you can see he already has a Marine patrolling for where that would come from typically. The closest Overlord is in the middle of the map. This will not be scouted until very, very late. Reaper will finally go down here. Didn't look like it got any kills, no. So the SCV and the Reaper have gone down. Did force... I know that was a cancel on the spine earlier. So everything's pretty good. Actually, it looks like some Lings have just slipped behind the Hellions and are going to be able to get in. Oh, this is really bad here for NaXin. The wall isn't complete. And now the Banshee is completely shown. I don't think the Lings were far enough down the ramp. I think they would have seen it. Yeah, we can see Spore Crawlers immediately beginning, so they see everything they need to see here. And this Cloak Banshee should not really get too much done. In terms of that, another SCV also went down. 6 Lings going down for that information is completely worth it. And we can see the Banshee now is actually going to sit in the middle of the map. Carapace on the way here. No melee upgrades beginning just yet here for Rex. I think he will be looking to add them in. He hasn't queued them up, as you know. So I'd expect to see that if he's going double Evo Bay, he will be going for double upgrades. More Queens coming in. We are seeing Stim and standard bio play out the back of this from NaXin. And another Banshee. Another good thing about these Banshees is they retain utility and usefulness throughout the game. Like an Oracle in PvT or PvZ, they can strike at a later point and still pick up 10 kills very quickly. Even with a Spore, 2 of these bad boys drop in and do so much damage in the mid game if you are not prepared for it. They're very quick. They're very useful. So 1-1 upgrades on the way. We did see +1 melee also added in on top of +1 armor here for Rex. He is going to break down these destructible rocks. And Rex's creep spread starting to get going. He has 3 queens working on that process as we speak. 3rd CC down here for NaXin. It is at a very good time too. Of course, this has been fully scouted, as it will now fly over to its destination, which is going to be in the triangle formation instead of that straight line formation that we do sometimes see. Can be tricky to defend if you get attacked by Mutas here and they then fly into the main. But we've not seen any Mutalisks just yet. No Spire has gone down. In fact, there's no Lair yet, as that is about 3/4 of the way done. Rex adding on his macro hatch as well. Where is this drone coming from? From the low ground? Okay. Banshee's clearing up some of these active tumours is nice. They kill them very, very quickly. Do have to use cloak energy to do so, but they will also scout out here that this base has been taken and try and soften it up a bit. You don't want to be losing the Banshee NaXin, and he will not flying to where Creep will not be able to see it. Now we have a bit of a move out here coming from our Terran player. I wouldn't expect this to do huge amounts, but it is going to force units. The Spire is on its way. We have 18 Lings in production, 24 Lings now in production. May try and catch these Queens. That could be a very nice catch here to slow down that creep spread. There is a counter-attack coming right now for our Terran player. The wall is janky, but it is rocking. The 3rd base, however, is completely undefended, and that will be forced to lift off, I imagine. No SCVs here particularly to be saved. This base will be cancelled down to the south. There's a mule with this army. Go, mule, go! That was used to repair the Banshees. Tank's going to siege up in a pretty decent position. The option for a surround is definitely there with units from here. And that is what I believe we're going to see. And actually, it looks like NaXin is going to fall back to try and deal with this. And it's a good job because he does catch a lot of these Lings before he can be surrounded. NaXin's 3rd landed once again now. NaXin is supply blocked, I imagine, from, yeah, Depot going down over in this position. An armory in the wall. 2-2 on the way. Normal coloured health bars. Yeah, I can do that for you, Samir. I'll do it after this game because I don't want to miss anything whilst I do it because I'm dumb. It's only because I'm on a different server. My settings haven't carried over. But I will fix it for you. Big drop queued up here. It is going to be scouted immediately by Rex with the Changeling. It's going to fly over, get a bit of information, I imagine, on these Lings. Maybe look to kill the Overlord. And then back out. No, he's actually going to go for it, it seems. Lots of Lings currently chasing some Banshees. Pneumatized Carapace getting close to completion as well. Mutalisks are going to catch this drop and force it to run all the way home here. The army currently situated in a pretty defensive posture for our Terran player. I can't foresee Lings getting close to this. This is so many Lings. Currently looking at 93 Zergling. Rex getting closer and closer to max right now, and it is mainly Lings producing more and more. 2-2 Ling upgrades on the way as well. We have 2-2 bio and +1 ship weapons, or vehicle weapons even, if I may, coming from the that of NaXin. I'll ask the admin what they prefer as with player colours or standard colours. And I'll go with what the admin say. I will point it out, Simia, though, and we'll let an admin decide. That way I don't have to take any blame if I'm wrong. Or if I upset anyone. Trick spread is very, very nice. I like this S shape we've got going on here. For Rex, he's doing a good job of really getting... He's past the halfway mark, which is very important. But he doesn't have anything in these angles. Even connecting these bases, it's very barely... There we go. Connected. Mut's flying around to the north here, seeing what they can find. They do have that overall pneumatized carapace to deal with Widow Mines if there were to be any. But... I think that's a mistake. A Reaper being produced. Let's go. Infestation pit nearly done. 2-2-1 finishing now. Excuse me for NaXin. NaXin supply very good. Worker count maybe slightly low. I'd like to see him maybe push towards the 65-70 mark. But he immediately starts free. He's been really on top of these upgrades. We do have a big Ling counter-attack coming in right now. Hasn't managed to kill workers. Very nice reaction times here from the Terran player. And he's going to catch lots of Lings on the retreat. And these Lings, although they're, you know, cheap units, catching that many is nice. NaXin not losing really anything in terms of resources lost this game. We can see the Zerg player has lost twice that of the Terran, but he has 102 bases, so it's not the end of the world. Now NaXin really needs to secure another base. I'd expect it to be possibly this one, but he may also try for this. We are having a little bit of lag here, guys. It is only me, as far as I'm aware, that this is affecting, as Mutts have flown in. And they're going to do a lot of damage, actually. These Mutas finding their mark. And we also have a big counter-attack coming. Look at all of these Lings. My FPS is dropping. There are so many units. And this is with a 2070 Ti. The ramp is up. That's very, very nice to find a way to get that ramp up in time. Look at... This is crazy. There's so many Lings. I'm absolutely dropping FPS. This is very abnormal for me, guys. I'll turn the graphics down once again. I usually like to stream on Ultra, but on these servers, it doesn't look like it's going to work out too much. Baneling's getting some okay connections, but the army right now is still very, very strong here for NaXin. He's pushing into the base, and we're setting up for a base trade here. Ling's getting into the main. They will be eventually cleaned up. This depot, though, will burn down. And you can see, actually, Rex even opting to finishing it, so he has that path constantly. The third is going... Who knows what's going on? I don't know what's happening. Rex has a lot more stuff right now. He's making a lot of Lings. His army supply is good. His upgrades are good. We're dead even there. In terms of workers, he is up. But NaXin army is pushing in into a very scary position. And it is still a good high-tech army. Free is so close. Oh, it looks like Rex is going to take the fight before Free is able to complete hit for NaXin. This is such a good push in for Rex. Oh my god, Rex catches so much. He just has so many units. GG is called by NaXin, and Rex evens up the series 1-1. I'm going to turn my graphics down a little bit. Apparently, 200 supply worth of Lings breaks high graphics, so we will go down to medium here. Just to keep the FPS higher. So map 3. It is going to be... Golden Wall. Wow, we end on a weird one. That's cool. Golden Wall. I will get these players invited pretty quick. And hopefully we can get into our third map soon. After this one, guys, this will be our last map before we head over to EU, which means we will be joined by Creighton Olsen very shortly. I know there's a lot of GSL Bold Guy fans here. Both players are ready. We're going to get straight into it. We are loading in, guys, to the final map of the Hong Kong Taiwanese region for today. A lot on the line right now for these boys. Both of them wanting to go in tomorrow to be ahead to play against in the winners match of this GFL style group. Let's update these scores and let's get into it. In the lower right hand side of Golden Wall Ladder Edition, the southeast, the Brighton, the Den. That's not right. Yeah, it is right. Of Golden Wall, he is the Green Terran player. Representing Clan Rush from Taiwan, it's NaXin. And it's opponent in the bottom left-hand side. Currently teamless. He is the Red Zerg player. Also from Taiwan, it's Rex. You know what's really winding me up, and it has done for ages? The DreamHack logo is just very slightly too big. Okay. Oh, it looks so much better. It was just poking out slightly. It will sound really silly to you guys, but that sort of thing really annoys me. Okay, so we're now streaming on medium graphics. It was close for Rex. Rex is playing well, but I think NaXin has come into this and pleasantly surprised me. So standard openings from these players in terms of how they play. We do have that pool first going into an expansion here from our Zerg player. No gas taken just yet. He's going to make a few lings. The Reaper's going to stay at home. Everything is going to be as it has been. SCV Scout comes out. It's going to see the hatch is late. The Reaper's going to stay at home. The lings aren't going to do anything. Standard opening here. CC going down here in its regular position in the low ground. We will see a factory follow-up pretty soon from our Terran player, who is now SCV scouting, and we'll see, either we'll see these lings or we'll see that the hatch isn't complete. It looks like he will just miss the lings here. But he does see the hatchery isn't complete, and as such, that Reaper isn't going anywhere. Going to make sure that there is nothing spectacularly weird going over on at the third, and now NaXin will keep this Reaper at home. As we previously mentioned, he doesn't want to take any damage. He's going to patrol, so if these lings did choose to dart in, he would be ready to deal with them. Look at that beautiful logo. Guys, thank you for being here. Over 200 of you bad boys now. After this, we do jump into Europe, where you have all of your regular favourites. You'll be able to see some great players. Divinasia in my chat. Hey, it's good boy Grant. I am a good boy. You are damn right. So this time the lings actually did choose to dart in. There is a Marine here and the Reaper as well. We're going to have a couple of SCVs pulled off the line to fight. So the lings will go down. I think they maybe got one worker there. They got one Marine. Really, really not worth it. One Marine for 6 lings. As you can see in the resources lost tab, 100 in the favour of NaXin. And it also means the map pressure is gone. What were they able to establish? They were able to establish that it is going to be absolutely normal reactor Hellions. Nothing strange is going on here. Third base not yet taken, and NaXin is able to scout that right now. Guys, thank you everyone that's following. Kozan, I see your name in there, my friend. So simple. You better Ryan. I'm sorry. Kippo, TAA, Black Ammo, thank you for following this channel. That's what ESL want to see, is people following, people loving the product. Send a tweet, say thanks ESL, thanks DreamHack, we really love Grant. Thanks Apollo, we really love Grant. I am currently 5.5 hours into a 12 or 13 hour game. Good boy Grant. I am a good boy. I try to be good in all I do in life. We all make mistakes. Of course. Now Rex, having his third slightly toasted, like my breakfast this morning. Liberator has been discovered here. The Overlord is going to come in and see that it is Liberator. There is no tech lab on the starport, so he knows exactly what's coming out of this. A second Liberator being made as well. So double Liberator harassment coming in here. I like that NaXin has tried different starport opening every game. He's gone, okay, in match 1, I'll go Raven, and that did stuff. It didn't do a lot, but it did not do anything. And it also, of course, offers a way to keep the creep back. In game 2, he went for Cloak Banshees. That didn't work out. Didn't get too much done. And in game 3, we're now seeing the Liberator opening here. I do like Liberators here on Golden Wall. Liberator did seem to kill a Ling. Anyway, the one kill that it has, of course, was the Overlord. NaXin, I think this is aggressive. Oh, no. Kills 2 drones, but does die for its struggles. Roach is now moving across the map, looking to be aggressive here. And this is a lot of units, actually. Rex is really starting to power up in terms of army supply. Is there a tank? No, but there is a Liberator in terms of defense, and that's a very useful tool. Liberator plus tank is ideal. The tank is on the way. Liberation zone is here, and these Hellions are going to do a good job of kiting. We're going to see bunkers go down like crazy. Now, the Liberator is going to start firing away as much as it can. The Hellions are going to push back the Lings. The Liberator still survives. We'll see repairs coming on the bunkers and on the Liberator. It's important that both survive. This is a very aggressive attack. You can see the Liberator taking down roach after roach. It's finally goes down, but the tank is now joining the fray very shortly. You can see it's 9/10 of the way done. And the third is completely unsaturated now. The worker leads so heavily in favor of NaXin. And so far his defense has been good. Where is the siege tank? Siege tank making his way down now. The bunker's doing a great job. Bile's being dodged pretty well. NaXin will end up supply box shortly as this bile, or as this depot goes down. That is going to be the case here. So the supply box does come in. The bile actually gets a bit of a connection. NaXin losing a bit of supply. I mean, he's not supplied, look. But the tank is going to be doing so much work. These lings are just not going to be able to make it in. The Ravagers are doing okay. And behind this, actually, Rex has grown to a decent number. NaXin is still up in workers, which is never where you want to be as a Zerg player. What's the Bioforce looking like? Is there any potential for a drop or anything here? Is what I'm trying to determine. We're looking at... Okay, there is no bio. It's purely... The army right now is very limited for NaXin, but he does have 2 tanks, and they found some nice angles. The Hellions have been going down slowly but surely. What? Where is the production? Okay, now we're really seeing that production power up as these Rex get going. I think Rex is going to back off now. He knows he can't break this position. If I'm Rex, I'm looking maybe to take a 4th base and get ahead in that regard. Look at the work account. He's just droned like a madman. I think NaXin has determined that this is happening, and he is droning himself now. He's going to salvage the bunkers. He needs a 3rd. Did he make one in the main? No. So he needs to get that down on site, I believe. Yeah. Oh, he does have one here. He does have one here. Okay, so he has one in the natural, now moving over towards the gold base. You see a lot of Terrans get this gold base and really power up from it. Delay is 2 and a bit minutes. I don't have any chat commands because I'm not logged into the channel. I'm just streaming for a custom ingress. We have a 8.5. We have a medevac and a half worth of units being dropped here. As you can see, big Ling counterattack also lining up. Clan rushes NaXin now moving over to start really mining in this gold base, but his tanks need to speed defense. Need to keep this at... Oh my god, that's so open. I don't like this. If you can 360 surround a tank, it's generally not in the best place. Lots and lots of Lings sitting up here in the north. We're looking at... I don't even know how many that is. I'd say a good 40. It looks like it is 48 Lings sitting in the north. We also have... This is cute. Making a depot here for vision. The drop did manage to find the base in the north and get the cancel and kill the drone there. So this is nice. This has also forced all the roaches and the ravagers home, which is exactly what NaXin needs to be doing. He's going to kill an overlord. He might get a couple of roaches here too, as there is a marauder with this army. And now we should see the pick up and the go home. He's going to kill the ravager, pick up and go home. Perfect there from NaXin. Loses maybe 1 unit, manages to get the cancel, and if much more were to come in, he'd be fine. These Lings though, they're still waiting, still sharking. Up here in the north. Defense is looking okay. There are a couple... Okay, he's going to go for this base. And this is when we'll expect to see the Lings strike. It's as this base is taken. The gold, though, really powering up. You can see the marine count is growing. There are going to be a few at risk here in this north side. May look to speed by drop and maybe get the cancel, but as its health grows, that becomes more difficult. We're seeing a few marines move up here just to establish this. There's so many... Oh, there's still a Ling. You ran past it. You ignored it. Base didn't land. You missed the Ling. He's there. Look, he's under this. Where's the Ling? There he is. We do have a counterattack moving across the map now by Rex, who has a very strong Roach Ravager army. Marauders. How many are we looking at? 2. That's not a lot of Marauders for these Roaches. But tanks are very good against them, and the tank spread is great. The sensor tower as well, seeing everything. Okay, knows the attack is coming in now. The tanks are spread phenomenally, beautifully. They will go down quite quickly, though, as they don't have much support. Tanks in the third are going to be doing a good job of defending that. The bio is going to micro, and we are seeing reinforcements coming in from the back here. The tank is unsieged up here in the natural and firing away as much as it can. These tanks need to unsiege and move forward and maybe siege here. We are seeing reinforcements come in. It looks like actually NaXin might do a good job. He needs to micro though. He needs to not lose much to these bios. He's now actually even pulling SCVs. The tanks are going to be lifted and dropped behind to get on top of some of these Ravagers. I think Rex has done enough. I think he's found the damage he needs. SCVs got pulled off a line and they did all melt. And Rex up 100 supply right now. Todd, you know what to look at. This tank is going to try and save the day, but reinforcements are coming across. The bile's coming down on it. Means it is finally going to be over here for NaXin. He had the beautiful game 1 that he can be so proud of, but Rex takes game 3 and the series